tonight. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about our family. We're really blessed by this great church community and really excited to share a little bit about us and her and how wonderful we think she is. 4 years ago, as a busy family of 5 with kids ages 12, 7, and just barely a year old, we were on the fence about having just one more. I was creeping into that taboo age group where thinking about another baby was maybe a little eyebrow-raising. Was I crazy? Aren't we exhausted all the time already? And how could I possibly find one more ounce of love to give another baby? But despite all the reasons not to add just one more to our family, we went with, well, why not? What's one more? When you hit 3, what's one more? By 4, they're pretty much raising themselves, right? Almost immediately, we found ourselves expecting baby McBeaton number 4. Unlike my first 3 pregnancies, this pregnancy was blissful from the beginning, maybe too much so. I spent way too much time worrying about that something was wrong because I was feeling too good. I know now that this was a carefully crafted calm before the storm, a calm that we so desperately needed. The first 20 weeks of our pregnancy was clouded by heartache. That included the insurmountable loss of my dad. This is the part, we'll get through this. Followed shortly by the passing of our sweet newborn nephew, Jack. There were many days that it just all seemed too much. However, the prospect of new life and this beautiful new little person was a bright spot in some of our darkest days. Even before she was here, she was filling all of us with hope and love, the love that we didn't even know we needed. When I hit 20 weeks pregnant, Scott and I made our way to the highly anticipated anatomy scan, and of course, the fun gender reveal and a first chance to see our growing little being. Unfortunately, with that scan, our starry-eyed pregnancy bliss would come to a screeching halt as we learned that our 4th child, a girl who we would name Clara Violet, would be born with a significant heart defect and Down syndrome. To say we were terrified was an understatement. There was just no way to know just how the heart defect would present in the outside world. She was safe inside. We had no idea what other challenges she immediately faced because so many can come with chromosome differences. And to be honest, we really worried about how we would manage parenting a complex kiddo with an already super busy family. We spent the next 17 weeks making calls, seeing specialists, networking with families who had a loved one with Down syndrome. We read everything we could read, and we watched her like a hawk. We did all of that in hopes that something, anything, would give us guidance to a safe delivery. I really wanted to make sure that we did anything and everything possible before her arrival, so that when we met her, we could focus all of our attention on our new little blessing. Clara came into the world on her own terms. Make that very clear. In the wee hours in the morning of November 6, 2015. That was the only day that her daddy didn't necessarily love for her arrival, because now deer hunting plans would always conflict with birthday parties. So while she was cute as a bug from the get-go, Clara's arrival was the beginning of a medical roller coaster that is not for the faint of heart. She has slept in a hospital bed 193 nights of her short life, and she has had more surgeries and procedures than we ever want to count. She remains a stumper for even the best of the best medical professionals. Many of the medical challenges that she's faced are more prevalent in people with Down syndrome. Lots of them are, most of them are, but not all. And we're still just kind of trying to figure out how she can do the short stick on so many of the things that are more commonly found in people with chromosome abnormalities. It just doesn't seem fair. And we'd be lying if we hadn't wondered how we can possibly weather one more illness, or one more new diagnosis, or one more challenge. Thankfully, however, Scott and I have a fantastic network of family, friends, and professionals who help us keep Clara as healthy as possible and thriving despite the crazy odds against her. We rely on our families for help juggling our ever-busy household, and we're humbled by the support that is shown to our family in so many ways. I often stop and think, like, how can we possibly be showered with so much love and so much support, and what have we done to deserve So many blessings from so many. When I stop to think about it, really stop to think about it, I actually don't have to ponder that question for very long. It's very clear that we aren't the only ones smitten by the Clara magic. If you've ever met Clara in person, or seen her right here in the front row tonight, you know what I mean. If you've sat behind us in church any other day, not just today, you have watched as she waves and blows kisses and adds her very loud commentary and singing to every part of the service. You get it. If you've seen her biggest brother Alex oblige the request for a huge, sloppy, open mouth kiss in the middle of a crowded restaurant, you've seen it. When you read her big brother James's journal at school and it's filled with cute Clara did this or Clara did that entries, it's clear. If you ask Stella, the 5-year-old, what she wants to be when she grows up, she says, without hesitation, a worker at Clara's hospital so that I can take care of her. It's obvious. They love her. And if you follow her and her best friend Cutler on Facebook or Instagram or social media, you've been exposed to her magic. She sparkles. Literally. She sparkles and shines and twinkles. No matter what. No matter what. No matter how sick she is or how miserable she might feel, she sparkles. I actually think if you look close enough, you may see that she's emitting small little bits of dust all over the place. Stella also does this, but that's much more likely a remnant of some art explosion that I did earlier in the day. You've probably heard people say that individuals with Down syndrome are so loving. This is where the whole life-changing love thing really hits home for us and why I'm so glad to be able to share how she has changed us. I am a firm believer that it is 100% true. They are super loving. I'm also not unrealistic or so head in the clouds naive that I think it's just because a person has Down syndrome that they're always happy and smiley and handing out hugs. We know that isn't true. People with Down syndrome experience a full range of emotions. They get mad, they feel sad, they get irritated, excited, frustrated, they just feel blah sometimes, just like you and me. But at 3 years and 4 months old, Clara is better at loving than anyone I know. Seriously, she loves in a way that is totally unfiltered, it's completely unfazed, and absolutely pure. She sees beauty and joy in all the things, not just the obvious unicorns and rainbows kinds of things, but she just sees it in all the things. She lights up when she sees the people she loves. She is a world-class hugger. Her kissing is a work in progress. You can ask Alex about that. And she knows who loves her and who's going to be there to celebrate all those things with her. FYI, if you're not already on that list, no worries, she will gladly add you. She knows who to cry with, and she knows who to look to for comfort. She's quick to forgive and forget, and even when her body is fighting with itself, she blows a kiss or offers a fist bump to anyone who will catch it. She will not let you forget that you love her, and that she loves you. We knew really early on that Clara had a little something extra to offer the world. As her family, we obviously reaped the rewards of her sparkly personality all the time. We became part of a huge community of people who live and love with Down syndrome. We made new friends, enjoyed new connections. We built a support system really quickly after she was born. Of course, we shared updates and pictures with friends and family regularly, all of which were always received with great supportive response. But when we started to share Clara's journey more widely spread through social media, it became clear really, really quickly that there was something extra, really something extra special. If you're not familiar or not on Facebook or Instagram, Clara and her best friend Cutler, who is another 3-year-old with Down syndrome, are kind of mini social media stars. They share daily clips of their amazing lives, some about their health, some about boring everyday stuff, some are just plain silly, but they do it back and forth through love letters to each other. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The pint-sized power couple does not actually come up with their own material, for the most part. What has happened is that Clara and Cutler, their page, has become a powerful outlet for us for sharing, for educating, for advocating for the pair, and for all individuals with differences, really. It has been received globally with open arms. We hear daily things like, "Thank you so much for brightening my day," or "I was having the worst week until you two popped up in my newsfeed." And our very favorite is, "Thank you for sharing your babies with the world. I love them. I love them from a complete stranger, like gazillions of miles away. Who knows? In a world that's filled with bad news and crazy media stories and just sad things, with mean people and folks who've just plain forgotten how to love their neighbor, my sweet girl draws love from every corner of the planet, just by being her. She thanks them with her smiles, she humbles them with her resilience and strength, and she reminds them that no matter what, just do love. Whether she says the words or not, this is how she lives. The passage that Pastor Clara chose for us today is Romans chapter 13, verses 8 through 10, and it reads, "Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love for one another. For whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. The commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and whatever other commandment there may be are summed up by this one command. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law." I'm not an expert on the Bible. I don't claim to be. I'm not an expert on Down syndrome or any different ability. But I do know that when you choose love, like Clara chooses love, you choose acceptance, you choose inclusion, and you can do no harm. It's likely the only time in any situation that everybody wins. I think I knew this somewhere deep inside before Clara came into our lives, but I wholeheartedly admit that I didn't always live or act that way. And I certainly didn't stop to take the time to appreciate how powerful unfiltered love can be. Clara has opened her eyes to a world filled with love, both on the giving and the receiving end. No matter how chaotic or stressful our path may seem, no matter how weathered I feel or Scott feels, or how overdrawn we are emotionally or financially with the burden of a medically complex child, at the end of the day, I will forever be grateful for Clara and in her debt for teaching me the value of life-changing love. So please, know her, see her, and love her. I promise.